quiet East Godavari village, little Kiran grazed at the cloudy sky. And the villagers prayed for rain, but the clouds held back. Fields looked thirsty with waiting for the first drop. Kiran believed that rain had a secret. He often whispered to the sky before bed. That night the moon shone brighter. The air was heavy with silence. Kiran felt something was about to change. He closed his eyes with hope in his heart and dreamed of the drought. Morning arrived, but the sky was still quiet. Kiran ran to the fields to check. The soil was dry, cracked, and waiting. Farmers shook their heads in worry, but Kiran smiled, whispering, "Rain will come." He carried a small clay pot of water. Every morning he poured it onto the soil. "Until the rain comes, I will give you hope," he said. Villagers laughed at his little ritual, but Kiran never stopped. One evening, the old woman of the village spoke. "Kiran, why waste your water on dry land?" He looked at her with gentle eyes. "Because the land should not feel forgotten," he replied. The old woman's heart softened at his words. He walked away, thinking deeply. Others began to notice his determination. Kiran Little's act became a silent prayer. Even the tired soil seemed to smile. The waiting left less lonely now. The clouds grew darker on night. Thunder rumbled softly in the distance. Kiran stayed awake, looking at the sky. "Will you keep your promise?" he asked. The wind rustled through the plum trees. A faint drizzle touched his window, but then it stopped suddenly. The earth sighted is disappointed again. Kiran cleaned his fist with hope. He refused to give up. Days turned into weeks, still on rain. The villages grew restless and sad. Some even blamed the sky of bitter rain. But Kiran walked to the field every day. His clay pot never failed to carry water. Children began to follow his curiosity. They too brought a small cup of water. One act became many. The land received drops of hope daily. The waiting turned into faith. The old woman joined the children too. Her twinkle hands carried a pot of water. Villagers were surprised by her act. Slowly, even the farmers began helping. Everyone poured what little they had. It was not enough to wet their fields, but it was enough to keep faith alive. The soil turned darker with their offerings. Hope filled the air like unseen rain. The villagers was no longer waiting alone. That night the sky looked restless. Lightning flashed across the horizon. The clouds groaned with a heavy sound. Kiran stood in the middle of the field, his heart beat fast with excitement. "Rain, I know you will come," he said. The villagers gathered around him, all eyes turned to the heaviness. The earth held its breath. Something magical was near. And then the first drop fell. It kissed the soil with a sweet sound. The earth seemed to sigh in relief. One drop became many. The sky burst open with rain. Villagers cheered and danced in joy. Children ran barefoot through the fields. The old woman raised her hands in prayer. Kiran smiled with tears in his eyes. The rain had kept its promise. The soil drank the rain deeply. Seeds hidden in the earth awoke. Tiny green shoots broke through the ground. Fields turned alive with fresh colors. The villagers thanked the sky. They also thanked Kiran for his faith. "Your drops of water brought the rain," they said. Kiran shook his head with a smile. It was everyone's hope together. He replied. The land had finally blown. The villagers celebrated with song. Children played in bubbles. Farmers walked happily through the fields. The old woman placed her hand on Kiran's shoulder. You reminded us never to lose hope, she said. Kiran looked at the glowing horizon. The dawn broke with golden light. The rain had waited for this moment. Faith had carried the village through. The promise of life had returned. Hope is like a drop of water. It may look small, but it carries strength. Kiran's faith loved the village patient. When many hearts believe together, miracles happen. The rain waited, but it came. Because the people did not give up, every act of kindness and hope matters. The dawn always follows the darkest night. Faith can turn waiting into blessing. Never stop believing in tomorrow.